Hey guys, Sandy here, and I am recently back from the Secret Not Secret Kick Club retreat in Big Bear Lake, California, and I wanted to share the layouts that I completed. So I completed 58 layouts at retreat. Really super excited about that number. So let's get to it. Got to clear off some space because this is a lot of layouts. Okay, so 58 layouts. This is the very first layout I did. As you guys know, and be prepared, there are lots of airplane layouts to be shared. So here it is. There was also the challenge for the layouts to count. They had to have journaling, so there is journaling on every single layout, even if it's just a little bit. So we have this one, which has some very light stencil ink through it on the back there. And this is from Junkie Fest 2018. This is a Vicky Booten mixed media background, and I just added some pink in so that I could pull in the other colors. Really, really happy with this layout. This one I'm super excited about. So this is a cut file, but I also used all the papers and such things from my Love from Lizzie kit. And then I used these rose gold sequins from Spiegelmom's Scraps. And this is a photo of me and my scrappy friends in Phoenix. Here is the group photo of Junkie Fest 2018. And this is glitter paste that I literally just pasted around the edge and then built the layout on top of it. This is something that is hilarious to me. So there was an art project by Jenny Holzer, and it's called Selections from the Living series that was at I think it's the Walter, I don't know, some sort of art museum in Minneapolis. It says it can be helpful to think of them eating their favorite foods and occasionally throwing up and getting bits stuck in their noses. So I know that that's awful, but it struck me as super funny. So I grabbed that one. This one is also from Junkie Fest 2018. This is my friend from forever, Tracy, and this is Bev, a new friend. And I took glitter glazes and glitter pastes and went from white and introduced different colored pinks all the way down to red. Now, I was expecting a little bit different gradation, but I think it's because it's on black instead of white cardstock that there is a lot of, you can see a lot of like the green in it. So there is that one. This is a screenshot of a text message that my husband sent when we were at another retreat. And this "Oh Snap" I thought was a perfect title. Now this is a traditional foot photo of my friends and I. This was at Creativation. And I know it's not like the A is here, the C is here, but whatever. What I did was I took a stencil and then I took some Distress Oxides, and then I went ahead and kind of mimicked where the colors were on the photo around the edge in the stencil. Okay, and this layout was such a hit at the retreat that there are now, I think, like 5 other ladies that have this background as their layout. This one, I got this paper off of the Give and Take table. It's a very thin sheet, and it actually says Antarctica, down here. But I just covered that up and put a little glitter glaze through a stencil, and did this as the Air Force One photo. Like I said, lots of airplanes. Here's another one, another airplane photo. We went to the Castle Air Museum, and this is what I did. Now this was a sketch from last Thursday night's Sketch of the Week on the Redefine Creative public page on Facebook. Here is a challenge page So we had to use certain things that were in a little package as a challenge, and so this is the page that I created with that. It was getting an award, and it is a kind of a plainer page, but I'm okay with that. Now this paper I also took off of the give and take table. This is when my car was rear-ended at the parking lot at work. And fun fact, the camera had like a sun flare on it, so we couldn't even see who did it. So the title is BAM, or An Adventure. So there we go. This is a photo of my husband in front of an SR-71 aircraft at the Air Museum, and I titled it Just a Boy and His Toys. Now, I've already scrapbooked a photo of him in front of this airplane, but I did it again. So here is the tiramisu. This is from the restaurant Strand in Phoenix, and it is amazing. So if you ever have a reason to be down there, like, get it, because it's amazing. We got it twice while we were at Creativation. This layout uses some, I'm blanking on the collection, Indigo and Ivy, and I realized that this is probably a butterfly, but it looks like a flower to me, so I popped it down there. And just look at those green mountains. Here is a photo of our office that we had for just a moment. Then we got a remodel, so we don't have offices yet, still waiting. Now here is a layout that we did at the retreat. This was a class, and I really loved it. We fussy cut and tucked things in, and I added some dots and wood veneer and such things. And then I made sure to leave The Mountains Are Calling and I Must Go. And then this is a photo of, obviously, Yosemite. Here is another airplane layout. So one of the things that I really enjoy at the Airplane Museum was all the artwork on the side of the planes. So just wanted to make sure that that was done. Now this layout, this background is something I had created a very long time ago and finally had a photo for it, my Creativation tag. Here is the Fallen Soldier cart dedication. So it's really cool. What happens is if there's ever a fallen soldier, what happens is they use this cart to remove them from the airplane and to their next place. It was a beautiful ceremony. All these guys basically there was a whole bunch of bikes and everything, and they escorted the cart down. And this isn't the only layout. I'll have more later, but this is for that one. Here is another one of the Air Museum. This was one aircraft right here. I thought it was really cool. And on the back is these mermaids. Beautiful paper on the side. Funky little mermaids on that side. Okay. So this layout right here is from the Indigo and Ivy collection. And when I did it, I knew I wanted to do this cut file. So I backed it all on the glitter paper. And then I had this and this, and I was like, there's just not a lot I want to add to this. So I added a couple gems and a word, and then I used an edge punch up there. So here is a paper from Cartabella, and this is just a view of Yosemite. So I got this You Are Here from my secret sister Janet, and I painted it with gold and just popped it on there. This was a scrap lift of a layout in Creative Scrapbooking magazine. It's a 2018 edition. So when I went to Junkie Fest, Bev took us geocaching, and it was the first time I had ever done it, and I found treasure, and I was super excited about it, so did that. This is where we met Teresa Collins at creativation. She actually loved my glitter shoes that I wore that day. And a lot of these products are Teresa Collins products. These die cuts and such things are. So I thought that that was great to use on her layout. Here is another Castle Air Museum layout. It's on map paper. This gorgeous airplane die cut is from Paper House Productions, and just love it. This is where I met Christopher Allen from Brutus Monroe. I actually wore my Brutus Monroe shirt that day, so this was super awesome. This is a layout, a fringe layout, and I just love the look of the fringe so much. This is my friend and I, Kari. We call her all kinds of different names, but that is her. And I just kept it simple. I didn't want to add a whole bunch because I think the fringe is beautiful. So there's that. This was a challenge layout. We ended up calling it the Goodwill challenge. So everything on this page came from the give and take table, obviously except for the photo. And this is about 1,000 subscribers ago, so I'm a little behind. But every time I have a milestone number and I catch it, I screenshot it and scrapbook it. So that is that. And as you can see, I got white paper by using one of the give and take tables. So here is a Yosemite page using Wolfpack, and this is a sequin shaker pocket that I made. This was also a challenge layout, so we received a whole bunch of things in a manila envelope that we had to use. There's napkin and tulle and paper clips and stars. This actually I punched out of tissue paper. There's some felt we had to use, some of these papers. This was a paper bag that I used to die on, the tags, and so that's what we did here. This is me at the slide on the Rustler's Roost. It's a really cool restaurant, great food, and you can slide down into the entrance or take the stairs, but I thought that that was super fun. Now here is another Yosemite layout using Wolfpack, and I just really think that Wolfpack is great for these kind of photos as well, so I used that and pulled out some very old metal rim tags that I've had for a long, long time. So here we go. So these are photos of my husband and I at Yosemite. Here are my daughters just hanging out at the mall, so that's why the story is the magical story of the mall. And I have run out of A's in these little letters, so a V upside down works. Now these stars are what also came in that challenge bag. I had extras, so I used them here. Now this one is fun. So I received a stencil from my secret sister, and it was this heart stencil, so I taped it down with some purple tape and then used some Distress Oxides and just inked around it, and then created this little layout. And this is us at Yosemite as well. Here we have another airplane layout. This is from a Schmel paper pad, and I just cut it off here so I would have this at the bottom. And then I combined it with some crepe paper things and some other little things that I've had in my stash for a little while and made that airplane layout. Here is another airplane layout. This is the one where I could not remember what the airplane was called, so I titled it The Plane with the Pink Stripe. And these are those really cool 3D star punches that Janet let me borrow, so love these bad boys. Here is another plane layout, and I just love this one. It just makes me stupid happy. I love the photo, I love the propeller, I just love it. And yet another one. This one has copper parts of it, and this is the same airplane, just different viewpoints of it. This is another one that I really, really love. This airplane was amazing. It's one big honking airplane. It's got the propellers on the back. This is a bomb that's next to it. It was just amazing. So a lot of fun. So I love this layout as well. Here we have, this was a challenge layout as well. This is from Junkie Fest 2018. So we had to do some mixed media that we had never used before. So I used those tonic shimmer powders, and I created this background with this red, blue, and yellow thing going on. And then I took some black gesso, and I was gonna stencil, but it really got under my stencil. You can see here's the heart, and it just made a mess. So I just decided to add some black all over the place, and then do these photos right here, and titled it "Live, Laugh, Stamp on an Adventure." This one, I tried to get the feeling that this was an actual cork board, so we have pins and everything. And this was inside of a Cessna Skymaster. This is me and my daughters at Yosemite, and just used a whole bunch of things, and I love these colors together. This is like my jam right here. So there's that layout. This is at Hearst Castle. This is one of the pools. Really, really a beautiful, beautiful place. It's gorgeous. The pool is actually white. They say it's the sky reflecting down on the marble that gives it the blue look. So this was a piece of pattern paper from Indigo and Ivy, and I just cut it down. I just thought that this pattern paper was perfect for the pool photos. This is a 2-page layout. So fun fact about me, I really love rocks. I have since I was a little kid. So this is me at Yosemite finding the perfect rock down by this little creek that was on one side of one mountain. I don't remember. But it's Dream of Big Rocks. Here is another layout. My friend Amber let me borrow her airplane stencil because can you believe it? I don't have one. And this is a drone. So this was also at the Castle Air Museum. This layout was a kind of like a challenge as well. So you were supposed to take a shape, put it down, and stamp all around. Now I felt like I needed to add ink also on mine, but some of the ladies, you guys, like their stamping was so on point and so good that it didn't need this extra little bit of ink or anything to make it really pop. And I felt like there was so much going on over here that this really didn't need a lot. So there is that. This is using Simple Stories heart and also a travel line, not sure which one. I just loved all the stairs at Hearst Castle, so I documented that. This is in Minnesota as well. This was just beautifulness going on. This was a scrap lift of Amber, which was one of our challenges. So I scrap lifted her, and she let me use this amazing circle cutter for the globe, and it was awesome. I feel like I need that circle cutter in my life now. Here is another layout of the SR-71, and this I'm using a little bit of Paper House Productions. What are these, like 3D embellishments? And I really love this cloud paper. It's from Crate Paper, not Crate Paper, Cartabella. This layout I actually did not complete. This layout my secret sister MK made for me. So I was her secret sister, and she created this layout for me, And then Janet was my secret sister, and I created a layout for her. And let me pull up my layout so I can show you what I made for her. So what I made for her was this layout right here. Lots of paper layers, and then some gold and such things brought in. I might try to pop this picture in better instead of over the phone, but you know, you get the idea. And I just loved the whole like black, white, gray feeling she had going on here. This is a photo of my daughter at the Air Museum, and it looks like she's actually sitting in the aircraft, but she wasn't. She was just kind of leaning in, and I thought that this was adorable, so we did a title of #FlyGal. And then this one I'm just like super happy with. I love this composition on a layout, and was like, why don't I do this more? So here is this one, and this is using some Close to My Heart products and some Echo Park products, and also some of the Pink Fresh travel line that recently came out, and I don't remember what it's called. And then this one is Live Your Donut Story. So I am not a fan of donuts, but this Mr. T's Delicate Donut Shop, oh, I would go back. So amazing. And then almost to the end. So this is us at the restaurant Buca di Beppo, and I had to pull that out and look because we call it all kinds of names. We call it Bigga de Bobbities, Buca de Bibbities, like we just call it all kinds of funny names. So here that is. And then this is the last layout I have to share. It's Air Force One. My friend Jojo cut this out with her silhouette, and then I just used washi tape, and the hearts are upside down, and I started to go crooked with the washi tape down here, but you know what, I'm okay with it. This is another Air Force One photo. This is the tail and the door, and these are some little paper clipped clouds. So that's it. Those are the 58 layouts I completed at our retreat. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again really soon for another video.